Hello, welcome back to 3D Drawing for your Model Railway. In today's episode, looking at the 30-ton Cowan Sheldon crane, I'm going to start to look at these two items here. This is looks like a toolbox, but interestingly, it looks like there's this pipe that, if you look at some of the other pictures, it looks like it goes in, possibly into whatever this canister is. Definitely goes behind it. So not quite sure what they are. If anyone does know or can enlighten me, that'd be quite interesting to know. But yeah, we're going to start by drawing off this toolbox here. So if we jump across into Fusion, okay, let's have a look. We're going to be drawing it on this plate here. It looks like it comes pretty much to the front of it. So a simple two-point rectangle on here will start. So if we turn that canvas on from the top, which one was it? That one there. You can see that it starts in about that position and runs along to about here. So we define those measurements. So we define them. That one there. Go for 7.3. And we'll define the position from that point to that point. 8.5. Okay, so let's go back to front on view. Height wise, what we're going to look at for height wise. So it goes up beyond the height of the window. So if we extrude that upwards, it's coming up there, it's beyond the curve. There, it looks like it's right on the edge of the curve, but further along the body. So we'll click on OK with that. Go back into the sketch, and we'll just move it along the body a bit. So maybe we'll come along to 4mm. See how that compares. Distance there we're looking at. Yeah, about 6 inches. Maybe a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it that position for the moment. We can always come back and alter that if we need to in the future. Okay, so the next thing we need to look at is this obviously slopes downwards. That looks like it comes to slightly below the window height. So what we can do is draw on the side face, snap to that corner, and draw a line that comes across. Snap to the other side, define an angle. Let's go for 20 degrees and extrude it to the other side. Okay, so how does that look compared to the photos? Possibly a bit tall. So what we can do, I'm going to edit that feature. I'm just going to bring that down. I know that's only 0.3 of a millimeter, but to me that looks a little bit better than that did. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, I think. Okay, so looking at the sketch here, we've got 4 clasps here potentially. They look like they go all the way around the sides as well, so we'll have to draw those on. So we'll get a sketch on this front plane. Just look at having a little rectangle, and we're going to go slightly beyond. Let's go 0.4mm thick, 1.2mm long. We're going to define the height. 0.6 down. How does that look compared to the picture? Yeah. And we're going to define that edge to there as 0.15, because that's how far I'm going to drag it forwards when I've drawn this. So the extrusion, select both of those profiles, extrude. I'm going to do two-sided extrusion. Can we come forwards by 0.5, and I'm going to, that should be 0.5. I'm going to drag this back into the panel, millimeter, and tell it to join. All the rest of it it ignores it when it draws it on there. Okay, so that's that one. And we should be able to pattern that feature downwards. We need 2 of them. Okay, so what height does it look from the running plate? Definitely a bit more than that. Look. Yeah, we'll go with 1.5 there. Cool. And we should be able to edit this pattern sideways as well. This one, we're going to want 2 of. Try again. 1.5 there. Drag that out. Okay, so we've got the clasps around both sides. Excellent. Okay, so next we've got what looks like hinges on the top here. So we'll draw on that top surface. Let's get this canvas turned off so we can see what we're looking at. So you can see at the sketch here has caused the body to orientate at an angle. It's neither top nor side. So we're looking face on here. Let's just do a couple of little rectangles. 0.4 millimeters wide. How long do they look on there? Quite long actually. Probably let's go 1.5 millimeters. And we'll define the distance from there to there. So 1.5 millimeters. Extruding that forwards. 0.5 millimeters. Okay. And what we can also do is there's a little face in here. It's not touching that body. So if we scroll in close enough, we can select that face, extrude it in to the body there, tell it to join. We know it goes all the way up to the end there. That's it. Okay, so then pattern those features, direction. We need 2 of them. 7.3, so we've got 1.5 distance there. 0.4, so it needs to move back by 0.1 of a millimeter. Tiny amounts, but you know, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right there. 1.5 on each side. Excellent. Okay, so happy with that. That's the toolbox coming along nicely. Is there anything detail-wise we're missing off there? Okay, so we've got the clasp coming round here, so we can draw that on. We'll start drawing this face first. Center position. So we're going to use rectangle. We're going to draw again 0.4 millimeters wide. It's not particularly long clasp downwards. It only comes down a little bit. actually come off there. We need that to be higher because the top clasp is going to come down to it. So again, we'll do 0.4. So all I've done is come out of it to stop it being snapped to this top line. No, that was supposed to be 0.4 there, and I'm going to go for 0.8. No, that's too long. 0.6. Okay, so we know that's 7.3 minus your 0.4, so your midpoint is going to be 3.45 from the edge here, I think. So there to there, 3.45. That's your midpoint. Height from there to there, 0.15 millimeters again. And then just extrude those forwards. 0.15. Now, the reason I've not done extrusion two ways is because of this angle at the top here, so we need to create the angle on there. Okay, so to finish this off, we'll just draw the top of the latch here on this top surface. Again, using rectangle, just going to draw it larger to start with, and then I'm going to use my coincidence constraints to snap into the corners here. Let's have a look at the picture. Doesn't look like it's particularly big either, so to find the distance here, we'll just go 0.5 millimeters, and then we can extrude this upwards to that top surface. Okay, so it's going to need to drag up slightly. I want it to join. There you go. That looks okay there. So there's our toolbox. I'm not going to worry about drawing the rivets on each side. Do we have a picture that shows the side? There's nothing on the side this side. We've got this pipe, but we'll come back to that on another episode. I'm not sure whether I'll put that on or not. If I do, it'll be tucked up against this side face here. But I think that's the toolbox. I'm not going to worry too much about the clasps going up onto, or the top of the hinges going up onto the bodywork here. Because again, they're going to be so flat, you're not going to notice them, I don't think, too much. But that looks, I'm pretty happy with what we've got there. Okay, so I think the last thing we'll draw on today's episode is we'll get this canister in the corner, whatever this is. So we're just going to create a sketch. I'm going to use circles for this one. Create a sketch on that surface there. Rotate it a little bit so you can see what we're looking at. Okay. So it's pretty much tucked up right up in the corner. It looks about 12 inches in diameter. So if we get it back in here, we're looking at about 2 millimeters really for 12 inches. See how that looks once we've got that in. I'm just going to touch both of those two walls slightly just to give it a bit of support as it comes upwards. Probably that does look a bit too big actually. Let's go down to 1.5 millimeters and try the same thing. Touching both those corners there. Okay, let's define that first. Okay. So if you look at the canister, it looks like 3 different diameters. There's a top and bottom, which is slightly wider than the middle bit. So if we just bring this up slightly, half a millimeter, yeah, that's probably okay. Make sure it's joining, yeah. Okay, and then we'll do another sketch on top of that. Find the center point. We'll go for 1.3, I think. And then bring that up. Close, it covers the window, and that goes pipe beyond the window with that pipe. So tell it to join. These profiles. Extrude that 0.5 millimeters. That's cut. That feature. So what it did there is just cut out that corner, so just change that to join. Okay, part of the reason I wanted these touching is so that when it prints, it's just got that little bit extra support there, so that it's a bit more likely to print properly rather than fail. Okay, so that's starting to add more and more detail in here. I'm going to end this video for today, and it's probably pushing about 20 minutes there. It gives us a couple of things to work on. Coming back to the next lesson, we'll start to move on with the rest of the detail on this side of the bodywork. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification button to ensure you are kept up to date when I've uploaded new videos. Thanks for watching.